Previously on Fabulous.
Yes, it's been almost 9 years since we met, and it was on a parent forum. Like you said, I was a first-time mother to my son, and a very young mother for that matter. So I needed to learn. I needed to learn from people who have done it and have done it well, so I can also impact in my younger ones.
What's the importance of a husband believing in a wife?
It's everything. If you have a partner who believes in you, actually marriage is supposed to be two-way. You believe in each other. You are each other's cheerleader, number one cheerleader. But it's a huge blessing when you have your partner believe in you, especially as a woman, because I have a few friends whose partners will do everything to suppress them. And I have a partner who is always looking out for my interest, When I say, okay, let my children grow older before I can, he says, no, your children have grown enough. It's time for you to upgrade yourself. Yeah. It's time for you to go to school. Whatever it is that will project you and also upgrade you, he's there to support you. And it's everything to have your husband believe in you, because you go all out confident, and then you excel knowing that you have someone watching your back for you.
Yeah. That's beautiful. How have you dealt with the subject of in-laws? I was just watching you and I remember that I'm not sure that I actually know any of your in-laws, or met. I know I've met Doc, but how has that relationship? Generally, you're a nice and pleasant person, so I suspect that your personality in itself lends itself to creating an even environment. But what would you advise people? We're sharing with people, and I know it's one of the areas that people struggle with the most.
Well, so dealing with in-laws, I speak for myself. I speak for what has worked for me. You haven't met them because they have relocated back to Ho. My father-in-law retired about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And so they are back in Ho. But before then, he was a reverend minister. And actually, we lived very close by.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Montrobi and they were I lived in Kolebu and they were in Montrobi. And so they would walk into my house anytime. And then we did sing.
Oh.
Now, I'm blessed with, a very wonderful man and a woman. They took me in. I'm a fancy, and my husband is from the Volta region.
Okay.
So they took me in, and before I entered into marriage, I thank God for my pastor, Reverend Odoisoa. He did a very good job counseling us. And so I entered into marriage with a different mindset to make it work. And so I didn't look out for any negativity. For example, I told you they lived very close by. My mother-in-law will walk into the house, and throughout, sometimes my husband may not be around. They are visiting us.
Yeah.
And throughout her stay, she'll be speaking away. She'll be speaking with my father-in-law throughout. I never got offended. I'll just be sitting still, looking at them. And so,
how do you respond?
I just smile. I just smile. And I think she did it on purpose. So my father-in-law would say, so Mama says you should learn the language. So she assumes that you are learning.
Yes. Okay.
I said, okay. So Mama, what did you say? She said, let your father-in-law tell you.
Since he turned himself into an interpreter.
Yes. So it comes with its own challenges, but I dealt with it in a way that I did not look at any negativity that came with in-laws, because if you want to look at it firmly with a third eye, you will not be happy. But here again, my husband adores his mother, and I needed to adore her too, so my husband can love us both. My husband loves
that's
the mother.
deep.
Yeah, he loves the mother dearly, and so I was actually going according to Mama's pace.
Okay.
So Mama says, your husband wants this, he likes it this way. And so sometimes I say, your mother say you like it. Why are you doing, why are you going contrary to? She said that. I said yes. So I sat with her, and she gave me all the tips. This is how I made my marriage work. And so you have to do this, I said yes, Mama, So I just managed her, and then I love her. I took her in as a mother, but my in-law is way older than my mom. We lived happily until they transferred them, so we visit them from time to time. So with the issues of in-law, it depends on how you want to handle it. I chose to ignore everything and just love her. Whatever correction she made, whether or not I liked it, I just took it in. There were instances where, your husband has traveled and he has come, and you've done your best meal. Mama will walk in with her own food.
Oh.
Yes, she will walk in with her own food. And then she'll say, okay, today your husband has come with my own. You eat your own tomorrow. I'll just smile. And I said, okay, you saved me for tomorrow.
Nanyan.
Yeah, Nanyan.
End of story.
End of story. She never came in.
It's an important way to look at life.
She never called before she came in. We lived close by, so she will come in anytime she feels she needs to see the son to discuss. And when she came and my husband was asleep, I will still excuse myself, come to the hall, and then she'll go into my bedroom. And then they will be there forever, But it didn't worry me.
Yeah.
Because at the time I even had the babies to, get myself busy with. So it did not worry me. It's one thing I think I thank God for. Yeah. So I've never had issues with my mother or my father-in-law. My mother-in-law knows I'm a fancy girl, raised by my grandmother, and I love to cook. There are times my father-in-law will say, okay, Hetty, I like your okra. Can you do that for me? My mother-in-law, fancy girl. Fancy girl, okra. Okay, if that's what you want. I said, okay, Mama, you teach me. I won't do it the fancy way. Teach me the way. How does Daddy like it, So I tried, and I'm no longer trying. I think it's become a habit.
It's become a habit. Yeah. That's beautiful. So it's one of the relationships that tend to affect the coupling situation. So I think if for people, those watching, those listening, it's important that you create that. You decide first and foremost that you're going to make it work. And then you also decide that you are not going to be bothered by the supposed non-entities.
Yes.
Or you make them non-entities. So you, as much as you're tolerating what you can receive, you've created your own boundary in a way.
Yes.
That doesn't allow it to affect you.
Yes. So apart from making a deliberate effort to be nice, I think if you want to live peacefully with your in-laws, either my path or my husband's path, you need to practice what they call distance respect. Yeah. Because this is a family where my husband married me into their church.
Okay.
And so my pastor is his father. And they lived on the church compound. And so almost every program you are running into them, they are coming into your home and all that. So I also learned to stay calm and also know what to say around them. I thank God for the wisdom of my husband. And so in as much as they lived very close, we knew what to say around them, and it helped. So yes, Mama was closer to me, but she could not just tell me anything.
I like that, okay?
Yeah. She could not just tell me anything because I respected her, but I gave her a distance. And so we both enjoy distance relationship to a distance respect. So to the extent that even till now, if she's not happy with something, she cannot directly speak to me.
Who she speak to?
She will tell Daddy, my in-law.
Okay.
And then so Hetty, I'm not happy with her. She called me late. She woke me up. Blah blah blah. And then my father-in-law will find it, in a nice way. Yeah. So she's never been. She's never rebuked me directly before, because that respect is there. That veil is still very much there, and it hasn't been broken.
Great learning. For me, it's a great learning. What do you see that a lot of women are doing wrong today, or that we could improve on as women today? What can we improve on in the different areas of our life? So you look at mother, the role as a mother. What can we do differently? What are we doing that we need to sit back, breathe, and then go back to?
Okay. So as women, and for married women, for that matter, I believe that even the act of parenting, a woman can't do it all by herself. It takes two to tango. And so what has worked for me is working closely with my husband and understanding each other. Because sometimes as a mother you may get it wrong. But if you involve your husband, in as much as partners may be busy, do not leave them out. Involve them. Involve them in bringing up your children. Involve them in all you do. And then today's women,
I like the way that came about. Today's women,
we want to excel. We want to be out there, forgetting that there is family first. Because after achieving all that you have achieved, one day you retire and you will have to come back to the same family.
Absolutely.
So I think women today must value their relationship first of all. If you are married, with your partner first, your children, and do it together. Plan together, eat together, play together. If you are crying together, and make plans together. For me, that's what has helped me. Yeah, that's what has helped me. And when the moment you go to the law school, people tend to look at you with a different, perspective. Okay, so this is another Margaret Thatcher coming up. As for women lawyers, when they attain some heights, they don't even regard their husbands and all that. But for me, that's a myth. Yeah, because when you have a good man in your life, how do you even get a good man?
Yeah,
you need to be nice. You need to be nice for the niceness to come back to you.
attraction.
Exactly. So I always speak to what has worked for me.
Of course.
My husband is my all in all, apart from God. I respect him. I adore him. I involve him in all I do. You know, I seek his consent in almost everything, and thankfully, he will almost all the time approve for you to, you know. So I will encourage my fellow women to give respect to their husbands because first and foremost, as Christians, that's what the Bible says. I believe in marriage so much. Marriage is still very relevant. I will advocate for marriage anytime. Any day. Yes, it's a beautiful institution, and it's for two mature people. Yes.
I like that. Two matured people. So it's not two older people, because a lot what we do a lot is we're looking for we're in school into no we into the war and then people buy into it. Maybe a school into mass or done if you have crowds the women can't buy houses because now they're waiting. If you buy a house then you're too much. Then you are not able to attract a man who can supposedly take care of you. So I like what you said about that.
Yeah, you can have a 50-year-old man or woman who very much thinks like a baby. So marriage for two matured pair, and you need to make a deliberate effort to make it work. It's work. You need to put in. Yeah, you need to put in. If you see somebody's marriage beautifully out there, it didn't just happen.
Yeah.
We work it out. We work it out. Sometimes, you know, my husband can correct me and she says, I don't like the facial expression on your face. And then I'm like, you know what? Correct me. The truth is, truth hurts. And so you don't need to look at my facial expression. Just say it as it is. You know, say it and correct me, and then I'll still soak it in. Don't look at my face. It's for two adults who are willing to learn and then make it work. You can even have a very young couple who are matured, you know, who are mature, because to the glory of God, we've never had issues that a third party has to come in. When I started having my children, my mom was there, and we lived in a 2-bedroom flat. So you leave your bedroom and then you come to the hall, and then my mom is there. She never heard us. She never heard us argue, you know. In fact, we've never had any issue, because the thing is, we'll trash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I learned is when you know you have wronged your partner and you did not intend to, just, you know, don't take it to heart. Even when you said it, knowing it will hurt, and you know it's gone down, you just apologize, you know, and then you move on. Yeah. So for me, one thing that has really worked for me and keeps me going is my marriage to my husband.
I like that very much.
And you know, we work together.
How's that going?
It's beautiful. We fight once in a while. It comes
so they're working together. Yeah. It's not avoidable.
Yeah, it comes with its own challenges. Yeah. But I'm a businesswoman, and then also you know, he's very well collected and pro bono.
Meanwhile, I have to make money.
Exactly.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. So, you know, people come to our hospital and they're like, okay, doctor says. I came to see doctor. I said, you know, tell them, doctor is working for us. We need to pay the bills. So, doctor has nothing to do with
the
bill. So you go see doctor. Doctor will take care of you and will take care of the bill. So working together is fun. It's fun, and it's beautiful. Because you see, you are working with a friend who understands you, and he's also good as a professional.
Yeah.
I have a management background, and I think let me pat myself small. Trying to manage him well. And so, yeah.
What has surprised you about yourself going through these processes?
Okay. Well, this, I've come to realize, in fact, I've come to see my purpose.
I like that, okay.
Through all this, I've come to see that myself, I was born a manager. And actually my name says it all. The meaning of my name, Henrietta. Yes. And
what does Henrietta mean?
Henrietta means the manager of a home.
Really? I never knew that. Okay. Interesting. This is the second time the meaning of names have come up, and I take meanings of names very important. So
So my purpose now, or I've come to learn that I think I was born talented, gifted to manage. But of course, raw talent won't get you there.
yeah.
You need to upgrade and also learn, to unleash your talents. And so in all this, I have learned that I'm a great manager, especially learning how to manage human beings. I just would like to share with young women. Women are born naturally smart. I believe so much that God just created us smart naturally. And so if you're a woman out there, I wasn't born into a rich home. I was born into a very humble, home. But I believed in myself. As a young girl, I had ideas of what and how I wanted my future to be like. And so it's all up here in the brain. I believe so much in determination. Whatever I say I want to do, by the grace of God, when I put my hands and work towards it, I achieve it. So if you're a woman listening to me out there, I want to encourage you that we are born smart. And so whatever you put your mind at, you can achieve and even do better.